I like chaos. I like when things do not go as planned. What? So, I decided to give myself a little challenge. I have to beat a Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke with everything randomized. The encounters, the moves, stats, typings, and even the entire Sinnoh map. So let's take a look at today's starter choices. We got Ude Machok, Stu a la Smirgol, and holy shit, is that Ludicolo? My boy? In my excitement, I totally don't forget to nickname him. Don't worry about it. Then we have the standard tutorial, also known as the skip button. I then buy my balls and the Nuzlocke begins. I check my Ludicolo's moves and he's a beast! These special attacking moves are fantastic on Ludi, since he's actually a ground dragon typing, and look at those stats!
Wow!
I pick up my first encounter, which is an ice dark type Gligar, who I named Moxie, after some random Pokemon streamer. Definitely don't check him out. I then grab Burrito the Fire Kakuna, Squirk the Flying Krabby, and that's a cool Pokemon. That is a very cool Pokemon. Empoleon is very cool. Definitely not a steel type, right? Stop. It was dragon type, bro. It was dragon type. I just killed it. I thought it would have high enough base stats and everything to survive, but I didn't consider it being super effective. Are you kidding me? That's totally it. We also get a Flygon with bug fighting typing, and I name him after my mortal nemesis, Flygon HG. Love you, Mati. Burrito evolves into an ugly Bronzong, but its flying steel typing is nice, and it's a beefy defensive Pokemon with decent attack stats. What a glow up. Once in Jubilife, the randomizer finally rears its head. I did some side quests and went to the east, only to find myself in a very misplaced forest, occupied by exploding balls.
Okay.
I quickly grab one of them and notice its poison flying typing. Next up, to the north of Jubilife, a rocky cave entrance transported me to Route 209. I trip over a Staravia and it starts pecking me, forcing me to put it down instead of catching it. Honestly, deserved. I get to Salacion Town and embrace my inner Lara Croft, and enter the ruins where I pick up a nose pass and called it DRXX because it reminds me of him. I also scavenged around and found Defog. How neat. I exit and travel further north where I encounter a dark type Venomoth. Welcome to the team, Jofer. Let's see what you're cooking with. And you know what? That's not too bad, actually. I ended up adopting a little kitty cat named Munnet. We'll check on her later. I take a quick break to get my bearings and head off to Route 215. I absolutely demolish all trainers, no close calls here at all, and arrive at, Oreburgh City, baby. First badge, here I come. But first, let me just yoink. All right, time to add to the dream team. Papa C, Maximino, and am I forgetting someone? Oh, right, the little kitty. I show Rourke my moves as I lead with Burrito and spam Ice Ball. 50% of the time, it hits all the time. As it yeets his Geodude and Onix to the nearest Poke Center, Rourke grins and throws out his ace, Cranidos. He smiles in glee and as he prepares his attack, wow, he sucks. I hit a chonky Leaf Blade and finish him off with a Thunder Punch. First badge acquired. Back to Jubilife I go, except I get jump scared by two cringe cosplayers. Luckily, Dawn will help me out with this battle. Bro, my team's weak. My team is so weak right now. Get rid of Gyarados. Gyarados' stats are going to be terrifying. Holy shit, focus the Smeargle. Don't kill me. Please be good damage. Dude, this is absolutely horrifying. You're joking. I'm 1v2ing that. What? Don't die, Flygon. Oh, you're so dead. You got crit. Flygon's down, dude. Oh no! Emergency! Ludicolo, please take their lunch money quick! Rest in peace, Flygon. I failed you. I only have east of Jubilife and Eterna Forest left to explore, so I head east, quickly tell my rival to get alive. I find my encounter. It's a bug-type Starly I named Yami. Staravia was overrated anyways. At the end of the route, I enter the cave which leads to Route 208. New encounter time, and it's a water-type hippo. It actually makes sense. I named this goat Proudy and head on over to nearby Hearthome, only to be stopped by corrupt journalists spreading fake news. I guess I have to go to Eterna Forest instead. Yippee! Traveling! Woohoo! I decide to actually talk to Cheryl, despite my fear of women, and head through the forest. And it actually leads to Eterna City? What are the odds? The gym can wait until I get my encounters. I catch a flying dragon Psyduck west of Eterna that I named Safety, a poison Jolteon from a little pond in the city, and a fire steel Vulpix to the east. I enter the gym and it's actually the gym itself. Woo. Thank you, randomizer, for probably not working properly with the gym buildings. The trainers are a piece of cake. Definitely not worth their wages. I proceed to have a strong word with Gardenia about her employees before she gets angry and the battle commences. Turtwig comes out, changes it to sunny weather, and then faints to dragon breath. Cherrim comes out, blossoms into a beautiful flower. I call it ugly. It gets depressed next turn, and also faints to a couple dragon breaths. Gardenia sends out her ace, Roserade. It is here that I realize the gym leader teams didn't get fully randomized. Oh well, I switch to Nose Pass and Roserade stupidly gets hit with Effect Spore, grabs a pillow, and falls asleep. Despite sleeping, the Roserade takes a lot of effort to take down, even waking up for a whole turn. But after enough time, the rose withers, and Gym Badge 2 acquired. I also get the TM Splash. Thanks, Gardenia. Alright, time to knock Team Galactic out easily to... What do you mean I lose Burrito? You, Team Galactic. It's personal now. With my carry gone, I head back into Eterna Forest and hope for a better warp, which is Mount Coronet. I grab a war turtle called Knack and head to the outside. This is cycling route. I go underneath the bridge like the little troll I am and get my Amistar and call it Kali Yuga. A few trainers are in my way until I meet Dawn. I bully her relentlessly and force her to give me some items before I head into a different Mount Coronet entrance. I do not have the HMs for this yet. Guess I'll just head back. I am lost, and this can't get any worse. This is actually a problem. A high level, that's not very effective. Cross chop, if it's a crit, I die. You're steel type. I would dead, actually. It doesn't matter if I'm crit or not. Holy shit. Okay, Mr. Blue Vactor, you are now down. Never mind. It got worse. I open up my Sinnoh map and remember that I could go down Route 205 as I now have Cut. I get there and I'm not supposed to be here yet. Despite apparently time traveling, I walk past the perplexed galactic grunts and grab another encounter. Valley Wind works as an Eevee! Yo! Okay, we could evolve that in so many ways. That's a free evolution into anything, to be honest. Water gun wouldn't kill it, unless you're a fire type for some stupid reason. That's so dumb. Never mind. I get to the Windworks and feel my blood boiling as I smack Commander Mars down a peg. That is for my Bronzong, you Comic-Con goofy-ass looking dweeb? I'm feeling much better after that. Where was I? I head to the south of Floroma town and fall into despair. I need Rock Smash. I can't progress any further without it at some point. But as I dwelled more on these thoughts, the light of this run, the Chad, the hero himself, Rock Smash Man, the saint of all hikers, appears in my time of need. I am truly blessed to witness such a glorious NPC in all his presence. As I thank him, I also pick up a fighting type Swinub called Jackie. Now, on to Heart Home City. Ghost types usually are problematic, but I don't believe in ghosts, so they legally cannot hurt me. One trainer somehow got a Mew they found under their truck probably. No problem. The real problem came after in the form of a Poliwrath. Stab Psychic is already scary itself, but then you also get a crit. I pull off a miracle and push through without losing a single Pokemon. Now it's all left to Fantina. She sends out a Duskull and I send out Ludicolo himself. Being underleveled never stopped me, and it won't stop me this time, I hope. Duskull goes down to some bad breath and Haunter completely misses. I almost lose my Ludi due to greed and a crit Shadow Claw. I quickly switch to the tank DRXX and easily knock it out. Her ace, Miss Magius, comes out and hits back, instantly confusing. I switch to Wacko and we're switching again. It's your time, Prout. Wait a second. DRXX's Blaze Kick was super effective, so it's weak to fire, you say? I got just the thing. We go for an overheat. Prouty's out speeding the Miss Magius. We land it. We get a crit. While it's super effective, you kill. Oh my Prouty! We needed that. Badge 3 acquired. We're actually doing it. Our adventure continues as I head to the west of Hearthome and end in the deepest cave of Mount Coronet. I definitely need defog for this, so I go back and head east of Hearthome instead. Nolan, you son of a bitch, get out of my way. He sends out his Milotic? Sure, I guess. His second Pokemon is Porygon Z with Aurora Beam, so it's an easy switch into my Water Hippo. And it's gone. Hippo OP. He sends out his Beefy Man that discharges all over the place. Definitely scary, but nothing Probopass can't handle. Or at least that's how it seemed at first. After they were both heavily wounded, I switched into the Toad and barely scraped by. His last fearsome Pokemon is a Burmy? By God, what a terrifying sight. After fat fingering the record button and getting myself an oversized goldfish, we move, and we end up to Canalave? No, not you again. You, Nolan. He starts this second battle with a Flareon, the most huggable Pokemon, also the most beatable it seems. Infernape comes out, and after I switch into my Probopass, it transforms into it. I am seeing double. Please call a doctor. I almost beat it, but confusion's a bitch. One massive Blaze Kick later, and effects 4 hits. Get poisoned, loser. Bye-bye. Who's next? Absol, who proceeds to kind of demolish my team a bit? Luckily, I have my boy Wacko on my side. Oh, I get a crit when I needed it. I was fast-forwarding it just because I thought I was going to take forever to kill. Staraptor. That's what I'm talking about. We heal a bit and buzz all over it. No problem. Now for his last Pokemon, a Crawdont. It attacks and instantly gets paralyzed like a chump. I switch into Yami and have a nice lobster dinner. Get good, Nolan. With Nolan wiped, I heal up and take on the gym. No surprises here, they stand no chance. That is, until I face David. His Magmortar was simple enough, but his Deoxys was truly terrifying. I switch to my fish, who instantly gets crit and goes down. But that's not all. I send out my Toad and, well... Oh my god, dude. A random-ass Deoxys might actually be my downfall. I still have my boy Ludicolo. Get that space spaghetti. Please crit. Please para. Do something. Focus Blast would kill, but I need to land it. Oh! Oh! Please! 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 My starter, Ludicolo, no. We gather here today to mourn the loss of the greatest Ludicolo that ever was. May he dance and jump in joy wherever his spirit ended up. Rest in peace. Alright, DRXX, total annihilation. You, David. I heal up at the Poke Center and grab some of my other Pokemon. It's just between me and Byron now. He leads up with a Magneton, and I send out Safety, who ends up fainting in 2 turns. I send out my Hippo, who does a little Gungam style, and finishes off the Magneton. He sends out his big Hard Snake. My Hippo dances the night away, and also its life as it goes down to a sandstorm of all things. Time for the OG strat, as I send out DRXX, 1 Curse, 1 Kick, 1 Snake down. Then he sends out his dinosaur Bastiodon. It uses Iron Defense and becomes a wall even China would be jealous of. However, I keep chipping away at it while it just stands there, menacingly, until I beat it, and badge number 4 acquired. After that whole fiasco, I set sail to Iron Island, where I get the HM strength and a new encounter, a Mudkip. Not just one of my favorite starters, but an easy evolution as well, and it becomes a whole-ass Torterra, and a beast at that. Speaking of starters, let's see what that Wartortle becomes. Please don't be useless. Please be a good evolution. Oh, you just go from one Gen 1 Stage 2 starter to another, bro. You go from Wartortle to Ivysaur? Come on. I guess they all wanted to keep being starters. That's some crazy RNG, honestly. Time to find another city that has a gym in it. I follow the route which leads to a new part of Mount Coronet, which leads to Veilstone City. This almost feels scripted somehow. I level up my Mons a bit and evolve my Lairon Jackie into a very useless Vigoroth. I also evolve my Ivysaur, and I also evolve my Kricketot, and I also evolve my Whismur, and I also try to evolve my Haunter. But I have no friends. It's an easy route all the way to Maylene, who gets her opening Meditite smacked by Salty, only for the older brother Lucario to come on in and vibe check my Pokemon. Rest in peace, Salty. Gone too soon. I toss out Jackie, totally forgetting about Bone Rush, and quickly switch to Jofer, who easily takes out the Lucario. Macho comes out and gets doomed by a nasty plot boosted Spatial Rend. And like that, badge 5 acquired. With 5 gyms down, it's finally time for the actual story. I help Don with some bull-haired losers and obtain the HM Fly, which opens up the map a ton. I decide to finally get my bicycle, at which point Cynthia gives me an egg that hatches into an Espeon. Welcome to the team. I make it to Pastoria City, grab my encounter, and battle Nolan, who has a low punny. Honestly doesn't surprise me at this point. I use Nasty Plot and Ice Beam to easily sweep his team and move on. The gym trainers provide no challenge, so I make my way back to the Beef Cafe himself, Crasher Wake. He opens up with a Gyarados, which instantly takes down my Yanma with a crit waterfall. I guess DRXX will have to carry again. I set some curses and knock the Gyarados out. Floatzel then comes out and no diffs all my attacking moves. So I switch to Jofer, who instantly freezes. I switch again, this time to Tyrone, hoping to do more damage. Since I can't figure out this Floatzel's typing, I am struggling big time. I send out my Vigoroth Jackie, who only gets off a Doom Desire before also freezing. I realize Jackie has to be sacrificed and weep quietly as Jofer switches back in, hoping to thaw out. Jofer does exactly that and finished off the scary water rat with some healing. He sends out his most fearsome threat, Quagsire, who dies to a little minor... Badge 6 is mine. Only 2 gyms stand in my path to the Elite Four, but I simply could not find a way forward. In Mount Coronet, there were 2 Galactic Grunts who kept blocking my way who would not move. I'm just going to explain this real quick. So the game randomized in a way where I got soft locked, entirely soft locked. There was an entrance in Mount Coronet where these 2 grunts are blocking the way, but when you get defog and complete a certain part of the game, aka this part, where you have to chase the guy who committed minor terrorism at the Safari Zone, right? We chase this guy, beat this guy, those 2 grunts move. That connects to this area one way or another, I think at the very other side of this. So I had to load the vanilla game and turn the randomizer off just so I could actually walk through this portion here. So yeah, we're gonna actually complete this. Afterwards, I got the antidote from Cynthia, walked some more, and found myself at Route 216 heading towards Snow Point City. Now that I found my way around to the next gym, I decided to snag up all my encounters. Along routes 213, 214, Lake Valor, Ruin Manic, Route 216, and finally, Route 217. We don't talk about Lake Aquity. We don't talk about Lake Aquity. After planning phase first into some snowballs and dealing with the petty gym trainers, all that was left was Candace. I send out Jerry as she sends out a Sneasel who slowly gets chipped down to 0 health. Piloswine is next, and Earthquake's away. An easy switch into my flying type Rhyperior to avoid any damage. I switch into old reliable DRXX and begin setting up curses to absolutely obliterate Piloswine. She sends out a Frostlass who apparently knows Shadow Clone Jutsu and double teams all over the place. After some misses, I pivot to Jofer, who sets up a nasty plot with the hope of hitting an Ice Beam. And Jofer hits! That wasn't enough to bring it down. So one more roll later for Mud Bomb, and Jofer does not miss. It all comes down to Candace's Obama Snow, who actually manages to hit a Focus Blast, definitely taking down Jofer. Jofer, no! Jofer, no! Jofer, yes? Jofer? You're just the best? The greatest of all time? He takes down the Obama Snow and Badge 7 acquired, baby. Let's go. With the last gym ahead of me and a whole Sinnoh region that needs saving from Team Galactic, I go on my adventure backwards to all the previous places I visited and one by one begin taking down Galactic admins and Cyrus. I experience a few losses of our friends along the way, though the saddest moment has yet to come. I get soft locked again. That's okay. I could simply go back and do what I did last time to work around it. But the unfortunate chance kicked in. My entire game file got corrupted. All the Pokemon I caught, the friends I made along the way, the trainers I beat, yes, even Nolan. Now, they're gone. I wanted to complete this run strong and finally claim that I have beaten a randomized Platinum Nuzlocke. I guess that will have to wait for another time. For now though, I simply do what I always do. And blame Wacko.
You're the reason I lost my Nuzlocke, bro. What do you say about it? About you losing your Nuzlocke? I take no responsibility for you losing your Nuzlocke. And at the end of the day, if you had just gotten good, you would have been fine, you know? But alas, here we are.